Whenever you come across this tarot reading, it's actually a little bit more of a warning, okay? There is somebody that wants a reconciliation with you. Now, we have second chance twice, okay? This person does want a second chance, but there's a warning. And it feels like it's to protect your pure heart, where we do have second chance twice, but we also have pretending, putting up a front two-face, not genuine. And your spirit team is blocking this from entering your energetic field. This could be someone who wants to come in for a second chance with you, but either they're not sorry, there's just too much that happened in separation, or it's just like they're simply not genuine, where they're approaching you for a second chance, but if it is not pure, if it's not genuine, it's not going to enter, your energetic field, your life. All right. Now, whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. The reading is general and timeless. So just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, or to join our Patreon, check out that box below. It does have everything it is that you will need. You've been through some sort of ascension process, and that's exactly why this person, they can't touch you, okay? Where either this is a warning or they are being blocked off from your energetic field. You've ascended out of this situation. And this would be a fake reunion. As I say that, the sun is coming out here. There's someone who wants a second chance with you and says it twice here. But the reason why they're not genuine is they don't actually like you. We have very angry, overwhelming, fuming with rage. This could be someone who's just coming in as like a spy, a monitoring spirit. Confirmation as I get a message, okay? So this person, they are hiding how they actually feel about you. They're going to approach you as if they want a second chance with you, but they actually have a lot of emotions towards you, and it's not the joyful ones, it's the lower ones. All right, let's dive deeper. Why do we have not genuine, second chance, and reconciliation? Why do we have not genuine? This person's not genuine. We have working out. You're being protected here. There is somebody who is not allowed, and not to say like, oh, they're not allowed to do, but the key thing here is you have pure intentions. If this person is conflicted about you, it's just more of the kind of thing of you can stay that way. You're not confused. They're confused. You're very clear in this union, even in separation. This person, they don't know whether they like you or not. And what this person doesn't realize is the pure-hearted are very protected. This person, when it comes to you, they're up and they're down. And they do want to work things out with you. Working out, they're going to beg. Okay, for some of you, you need to know, this could be like a love bombing situation where there is someone who may come back in and they want to negotiate with you. But I think the key thing here is this person doesn't actually like you. Like, the love and light mask. Hi, how are you? I had a great day. Did you have a great day? Great. Go have a great day. Is that genuine? Like it's that kind of thing of this person seems to be wearing a love and light mask, but it's not the truth. Where, say if someone is to ask you, how are you? You might give them the truth. This person is wearing a mask of, and I don't want to just say like love and light, but hi collective, how are you today? Like it's just not genuine. Even what may seem genuine, in that way, it's not completely genuine. This person will approach you with a smile, but they don't actually like you. And that's why you're being protected. You're not faking anything. This person, and I will say, it's like, it's in the love and the light, where this person, hi, how are you? I hope you have a great day. No, they don't actually think that, and your heart is being protected in this situation. You've ascended out of the bullshit, like you've just ascended, and we're actually going to get a few cards. Why do we have ascending? Oh, collective. Someone might say, hi, how are you? And you may give them the truth, which they probably don't want to hear it. It's the kind of thing of like, you actually give other people a lesson where it's like, well, why did you ask me how am I if you didn't actually care about how I am? If you didn't want to hear about how my day was, why did you ask me about how my day was? Is it performance? Kindness. That's the key thing. There's a difference between genuine kindness and performative kindness, which means that maybe you are a little bit rough around the edges, but it's real. If I ask you, how are you and how was your day? I mean it, which means that if you send me 2 paragraphs, I'm not tripping. I'm not like, oh my God, I only asked how your day was. I meant it when I asked how your day was. And that's what the energy that you're in, collective. This person is the type of person, though, that they are performative nice and love and light. Hi, how was your day? Oh my God, that person just sent me a paragraph. Well, why did you ask how their day was? It's that kind of thing. But here's the thing. You've ascended into like your truth. Joy, happiness, charming, graceful, kind-hearted, beauty, and butterflies. Now, for some of you, I'm hearing the song Butterflies by Queen Naija. I just want to know if I forget exactly how it goes. It says devotion, happiness, feeling complete, can't stop smiling. And so you've ascended, or you're going through maybe ascension symptoms, an ascension process, but you're in your truth, where you're devoted, you are happy, but you also feel complete, which means that I can tell you how my day actually is. And no, it's not heavy by me explaining, like my day, I'm whole, I'm complete, which means that sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's raining, but I'm good and I'm happy. You're at a place right now where you're happy and you're whole. And I will say you are kind-hearted here. This person is like kind of fake kind. And I will say this person doesn't know how they feel about you. But they're also the type of person to say, nothing's wrong and something's wrong, kind of thing. And you're being protected from having a broken heart here. You're focused on good times. All right, now what do we have for the collective? First card is releasing them, okay? 10 of Wands here. It says, I make choices with clarity. I think that's the key thing here is you're someone that is to the point, which maybe they love it or they don't, but there's nothing in between. Like there's no hidden intentions. There's no hot and cold. It is what it is. For the collective, why do we have the 10 of Wands for not genuine, second chance reconciliation, very angry? Why the 10 of Wands? Why do we have the 10 of Wands here for very angry, not genuine, second chance? You could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could both. I'm actually seeing only water signs here, but there's 2. So you could be dealing with another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Why do we have the Queen of Cups here for very angry, not genuine, second chance reconciliation? Why the 5 of Pentacles here for very angry, not genuine, reconciliation, second chance? Why do we have the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles for very angry, not genuine, reconciliation, second chance? You're learning from your losses here in some way, shape, or form. So for some of you, this could have already happened. High Priestess. Okay, it definitely could have already happened. Where one person is genuinely happy, the other person is not. And then there's some sort of loss here. This is about letting in the wrong person. That there's a warning here of like, hey, this could bring you out of alignment. That's the key thing here. It would bring you out of alignment. Now, what do we have here for the collective? Why do we have ascending, kind-hearted, and joy? Why do we have ascending, kind-hearted, and joy? Yeah, I think the key thing is here, you are approaching someone with love. We do have the Lovers, the Queen of Swords here. It says, I speak my clarity with truth and compassion. So this is just confirmation. I speak my clarity with truth and with compassion. Gemini energy can also resonate with you. It is about to be Mercury retrograde. I believe we're still in Gemini season, but whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. You know, so you're someone, though, that you do speak your truth with clarity and compassion. There are no lies. If you feel a certain way, you're going to tell, like, you would never smile in someone's face, but actually feel a different way. Spirit's warning you here, where you're smiling in someone's face. A warning, don't let this person in. They don't actually like you. What do we have for the collective here? For King of Cups, Nine of Wands. Why do we have the King of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands for very angry, not genuine, second chance? Why do we have the Sun card and the Queen of Cups for very angry, not genuine, second chance? Why do we have the Queen of Cups? Why the Queen of Cups and the Sun card for very angry, not genuine, second chance? Why do we have the King of Cups, the Ten of Wands? Why do we have King of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Wands for very angry? And then why the Tower card here? I see two water signs in this reading. Could also be Gemini energy. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. We have Leo. We also have strong Gemini energy, a little bit of Taurus. Why do we have the Queen of Cups, the Sun card, and the Three of Swords for very angry, second chance? Do not let this person into your energetic field. The Hermit card, I seek truth. Where you're not an a-hole for seeking truth, which means, like, say the boundary is like, how do I word this, Spirit? Let me pull a card. The Star card, I am inspired. Aquarius energy. Where, like, the Star card is also hope, faith, and purity. 144, as I say that, you could be seeing the number 144. This person, there's someone who honors, like, their shadow and everything. There's someone else who is, like, sly about things. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who will bring you negative, and I don't like to use the words negative energy. There's someone here, okay, two water signs. But here's the key thing here. There's someone who takes accountability. There's somebody that when things fall on the ground, they're going to pick up the sticks. That's what it's being shown with this water sign here. With this water sign, everything is great. Hello. Sun card. I hope you have a great day. And behind the smile, they're causing all of this shit. There's one person that is a little bit more rough around the, and again, 2 water signs here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone else is rough around the edges, but they're not hiding anything, where it's just like, oh, I had a tower moment. Oh, the 10 of Wands. And I'm going to change it to victory. For this King of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands here, why do we have the Tower card and the 4 of Cups? This person, so 2 water signs, but one of them honors the truth. The other person is hiding kind of behind like a smile. Ace of Swords, I embrace clarity and truth. So what Spirit is saying is you are protected from lies. But here's the thing. Sometimes people think of like, but I'm a good person. I'm not doing anything. In your mind, you do not like this person. It doesn't matter if you're not bringing them conflict. Behind the smile, there is conflict. And that's what this reading is saying. That's manipulation here. What are you talking about? Why will you not let me in? Because the smile is a lie. And one water sign here, it says, I speak my truth with clarity and compassion. So shared values, right? You are someone that you don't care about anything else but the truth. I don't even care about your outward success. I don't care what other people think of you. Page of Pentacles here. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you dress like. I don't care what position you hold in the world. I only care that you're approaching with truth. So for you, collective, you value truth. But by that, you definitely respect someone who can just be accountable for their mess and own their mess, right? Where it's just like, yeah, I spilled some coffee on myself. I'm a mess. More than someone who, and this is someone who, would be upset with you, but they're going to hold a smile, keep talking to you, and never tell you that they're upset. And that's why this person's being blocked away from your energetic field. If you let this person in, it's going to bring in like negativity. It's going to bring you out of alignment by letting this person close to you. So for some of you, this may have already happened, but past, present, future. Like this person though, and I don't want to use the words like they are actually not safe. You have the Sun card here. This is someone that, just because someone has a smile and is a nice person and looks and talks like this, it doesn't mean that they don't have, say, bad intentions. And the person here that's a little bit more rough around the edges, they are actually more trustworthy than love and light. And what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. No, this person is hiding a lot. Okay, and where is the collective's energy in this reading? For not genuine, reconciliation, second chance, what is the collective's energy in this reading? You have very genuine intentions, but we do have the 5 of Wands here. So there is hidden conflict, but I will say your intentions towards them are genuine, which is why you are protected. You are walking away. It says, I seek deeper meaning and emotional fulfillment. Where this is just declaring your values. Motorcycles can resonate with you for some reason. I just saw a motorcycle. That's why I say that. I think that's just the difference here. There's 2 different value systems between you and someone else. And I will say there's 2 water signs here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You value the truth. I seek deeper meaning and emotional fulfillment. You might be someone who doesn't care how it looks. You care about the truth. This person is more focused on outward appearances and what is right. You know, like, we should act like this. You know, like that kind of thing. Surface level. Like this person is very surface. Like they do care about the surface. You're someone who values the truth beyond the surface. And that's just the difference between you and this person. Why do we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse here? Confirmation of hope, faith, and trust, the Star card. This is somebody who will have a smile on their face, though, and kind of strip you of... There's something here about protection. Why Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse? Aries, Leo, Sag here. I make wise decisions. And then the Star card here. Why do we have Justice, King of Wands, and then the Star card? Two of Wands, there's choices here. Now, this is somebody that would bring you like calamity. This is somebody that would bring you out of alignment. Okay, we have the Justice card, which is divine order. There's choices here. And if you allow this person into your life, there's a lot of Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A lot of Taurus here, especially Gemini energy. This is someone that they're going to give you every single, not excuse in the book, but they're going to have a smile on their face and tell you different things. That's not what's going to happen. Judgment card. I know my destiny. Where for some of you, if you set boundaries before this person even came into your life, it's because you were avoiding the Seven of Wands, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They would have brought you out of alignment. Now for the collective here, for the outcome of not genuine, second chance reconciliation. Why the Hierophant, Five of Pentacles, the Magician card, the Five of Cups. Why the Hierophant? This would have been a lesson of you being too giving. But here's the thing. It's a very sneaky one. 777. All right. Sneaky, tricky lesson of outward appearances. I navigate challenges with wisdom and discretion. This is somebody that's going to say, but please give to me. How do I word this? If you give to this person out of like, yeah, of course, here you go. This person's going to take with a smile on your face. This is why it's a tricky lesson. This person's going to lead you into misalignment. You're going to have to learn karmic lessons if you let this person in. But here's the key thing here. It is an example. This person's never going to admit it, by the way, too. It wasn't me. What are you talking about? Like, you know, that kind of thing. This is actually a lesson of you being too nice. And this lesson will be presented to you in the form of, I'm a great person. I am love and light. I love you. But if you give to this person, they are actually the ones that would betray you. They would bring you a lot of negativity in your life. And so this is a lesson kind of like self-love, where it's like, you know, of course I love to give, you know, but, you know, it can't bring me out of alignment. You know, like you can't be doing those things to me. You know, like I'm giving from my heart. So if I'm giving from my heart, you can't put me into this position. You gave from your heart, and this person, it wasn't the person who was rough around the edges. It was the person with a smile on their face. And so this is a lesson, though, because you end up losing stuff when you give to this person. And this is a lesson of generosity for you. Of course you would give. This is someone who's also like an energy vampire kind of thing, though. Where this is someone who, again, like, they'll have the smile on their face. If you don't do it, you know, like, oh, the collective's a bad person, this and that. No, you were following your intuition. This is what would happen if you were to be with this person. Now, what's the advice for the collective? What is the advice for not genuine, second chance, reconciliation? What is the advice for the collective? You are balanced. Don't allow this person to project any guilt or shame upon you. You are balanced. We have Justice card. I make wise decisions. The Moon card. I find my way in the darkness. Page of Pentacles. My curiosity opens the path to new growth. So there is abundance on the way to you. But I will say it's going to be by you following your truth. The Moon card here, you could see in the darkness, right? So like the Moon card, like the Sun card, if you're too much in the Sun or the Star card, you can't see yourself. You need the balance of the Moon card, or say of the shadow. Now, what's the advice for the collective? Why the Justice card, the Moon card, and the Page of Pentacles for advice? No, protect yourself. 10 of Cups here. It says, I am surrounded by love and contentment. That sometimes you need to know when someone doesn't see themselves. That's kind of what this reading is saying. And I will say, though, this person is going to project a lot of guilt and shame upon you. You see all of yourself is the key thing here. You see yourself. It's not like you don't see the Four of Cups. You do have victory here, but you see your shadow. This is somebody who does not see their own shadow. And so that's why you're actually putting your guard up to this person. This person does not see their own shadow. But this may also be someone, again, that will project so much onto you that they would bring you out of alignment. They would bring you into karmic cycles kind of thing. Meanwhile, you're in the truth and you don't need any of that. And so that's what this reading is saying, is you do have abundance, love, etc. on the way. How is that coming in? Through you seeing maybe all sides to something, by you owning your shadow, the Moon card over here. And I think that's the key thing here. This is somebody who doesn't see themselves. You see yourself. How does this person feel about the collective? How does this person feel about the collective? Come on. This person does not see themselves. You can't make that up. Blind. They're blinded to the truth, and it says it. The present moment. Like if they were to come back for a reconciliation, a second chance, they do not see themselves. They are now in the Fool's Journey of the Tarot, look at that, the truth. In the Fool's Journey of the Tarot, it describes that if you're in the Sun card or the Star card, you do not see the full truth. We need the Moon. We need the balance. And if this person were to return to your life, this person is still blinded to truth. They are someone who is not accountable for themselves. And so this kind of would be like, hey, if you let this person in, it would almost be a destined betrayal. This person will project upon you. Now, how does the collective feel about this person? How does the collective feel about this person? You're being protected because you love them. Proposal, but you're letting it go in the past. You're leaving it in the past. Where you're like, yes, there was love there and it was true. Proposal, commitment offer, taking to the next level. But you're moving on from a past, a proposal, a past love. It could be, romance. It can be. It could also just be someone you loved here. And it's like, it was very genuine, the proposal that I gave. It was very genuine, the commitment, the devotion that you had to this person, this lover, this friend, whoever this person is, but you're actually leaving it in the past over here, the Moon card, all right? What's a final message of advice for not genuine, reconciliation, second chance? You're letting it go, okay? 2 cards of you're letting it go. The Chess King or Queen, trust and strategy, where this person had a strategy, but you are the Chess King or Queen. So this person can come in whatever way, right? Because it's interesting here, what's showing up as the light in this reading is the moon card, not the sun card. The person in the sun card is hiding a lot. The person in the moon card is telling the truth. The moon card illuminates what the sun cannot illuminate. Trust and strategy. Where trust yourself, and it does feel like there's some sort of strategy here. Okay, that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.